the good people over at let's see, right, pretty, over at redwillweiser.com sent us over the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed for review. It is $24.95 in the United States. Underneath this video, you know I'm going to leave you a link to where you can purchase a legitimate copy if you so choose. If you want to take a screenshot, you can screenshot right now and read the back. Okay, it looks good to me. This was a gift to me for the purposes of doing an honest review. So that's what we're going to do right now. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this deck. Do you think it needs any changes, or do you agree with my feelings about it? Let's see. If you want to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up. Underneath this video, you'll find all my personal information in case you want to get your own reading. But at the very top will be the link to this deck, and then everything else about me. And then you'll also see my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cashapp in case you want to give a donation to the channel, and Patreon, and all the other good stuff that is underneath this video. So let's get started because I am very excited. I haven't even heard about this deck. Let me know if you heard about this deck. So here's the inside of the box. Beautiful. This box, nice and hard, nice sturdy. Finger holes on the side like I like. Let's put it to the side. I'm going to show you, before I get into the cards, the guidebook. Here's our guidebook. A nice size for a guidebook. The creator information. It is not full color, but they do have underneath each section. Oh, they have the upright and the reverse for the major arcana, and the upright and the reverse. Okay, so that you can read reversals with this as well. Awesome. And let's see. Okay, what I was looking for right now was to see if they actually offer us any spreads. Aha, there's a spread right here. Looks like a good one too. I'm gonna try that one. Okay, cool. So we got a decent guidebook. Let's move to the next part. This is the bottom of the box. We're gonna move that to the side. And there. Okay. First of all, the first thing I noticed as soon as I pulled it out was look at the edges. Oh, that's beautiful. Some people don't like these gilded kind of edges, but I love them. All right, I'll put these to the side. And I'm going to pull out the first card so I can show you the thickness. So, not too thick, not too thin. This is the artwork. We're going to check that out. This is the backs. Nice. I like the backs. I like the way the color scheme is going. I don't have any complaints so far. So now we're going to check out the artwork. I'm going to pull this all the way in because you know this is my favorite part. This is the most important part to me. I need to see the art. Okay. Let's get that light going right over top of it. All right, okay. So this is the first card. Can we get it any closer? Yes, we can. All right. So what do we think of this first card? I think the background is amazing. The background is gorgeous. I love it. It's a great interpretation of the Fool. It's a little bit different because this Fool is already off the cliff for real. This Fool is in midair. I like it. Okay, let's see the next one. Let's go. All right, here is our magician. Okay, different. The first thing I'm noticing immediately is that this deck is going rogue. And I'm Aquarius. I love when somebody goes rogue. Um, that means that we're seeing a lot of the traditional symbolism, like, for example, the pomegranate, the crescent moons. These are common with the high priestess, but it's not the same old thing. We see the pillars on the sides, but it's not the same old thing. And the person in the picture, the high priestess, um, who is gorgeous, by the way, looks like a real person. So this is a really interesting. I love the interpretation of the art. It's different. It's rogue, but it's working. It's awesome. The sacred feminine. This would be the Empress card, and the Empress card is often depicted as the sacred feminine, Venus, those kind of energies. This is Mother Mary, so I'm feeling that too. I like it. I like it a lot so far. Okay. I didn't know what to expect because based on the name, it was like, okay, cosmic. Okay, I could feel that. I like the cosmic vibrations, but now I'm seeing different cultures represented. Which you guys know, I'm very into the multicultural decks. And here's Egypt, ancient Kemet. That looks like Lord Tahuti, which is a cool deity to represent the teacher, which is the Hierophant. That's an excellent choice. So yeah, I like this a lot. This is a smart deck. This is a very smart deck. I see a lot, like I said before, it's going rogue, but it's showing us the same energy of the card. So they use Tahuti for the Hierophant, who becomes the teacher instead of the Pope. But it's the same vibration, the vibration of this great teacher. Tahuti was one of the greatest teachers um, of ancient Kemet, according to legend. Look at her. Again, the chariot. There's a car behind her. The car is the chariot. I like her though. I like her afro. She's sassy. I love the background. I love her crown. I love her pants. I had several pairs of pants like that in my lifetime. Just not that color. Usually I like the black. But this is awesome. So yes, it's going rogue in a bit, but it's just awesome. Their interpretations fit into the traditional vibration of each card. So that I'm loving too. And like I said before, we're seeing a lot of different cultures represented. I've really enjoyed that. This is diversity done right. So now what are we looking for? We're looking for older people, as always. Oh, this is pretty. And we're looking for different kinds of people, looking for as much diversity as we can get. This is really cool, though. I love the way the Hermit's lamp is in the background here, right there. This is why I love tarot art so much, just the different depictions. It really gives you a lot to bounce off of as you're doing a reading. And I love it when they go rogue because it's a little bit different. You're not looking at the same thing over and over again, even though there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I can use the Rider Waite Smith or the Top deck over and over again, but this is refreshing and you come at it from different perspectives. So this is awesome so far. And of course, all of them don't have people. There's a lot of abstract cards here as well. I think that's an awesome choice. Like this one here, this Justice card. This is really cool. Cool scale, very ornate, very pretty. If you can take a notice, the cards themselves are kind of matte. This is kind of a matte, a little shine to it, but it's kind of matty, which I like because these will be very easy. Let me see. There we go. Get a good crisp look at that because that's very different. Um, First of all, it's not a hanged man; it's a hanged woman. And then we have the rose for her face, which I think that, like, because her perspective has changed, her mind is blossoming. Maybe could be an interpretation for that. So I'm feeling that. Also, notice how the string or the rope that has her tied is unraveling. So she's going to get down soon. I love the dress they have her in. In the back, all of these have very strong backgrounds. Skies, beautiful. Um, there we go. Oh wow, look at that background. See, like This, all these colors too. Great backgrounds, lots of color. Love the butterfly. Great interpretation of death. Very different. But something we've all probably seen in different cultures before. Look at that water. Oh, that beautiful blue water. Her hair, her wings. Temperance is usually an angel, and in this case, it is looks like a woman who's some type of a pixie, Mary, a fairy, kind of like the one I have up here now in the background. She reminds me of her. Kind of, and she's a fairy. The one I have in the background is a fairy, so this one might be a fairy or maybe a pixie. I think that's cool. Very, very cool. Let's look at this one. The devil. Oh wow. Very different interpretation for the devil because in a traditional card you are bound. You're in bondage. This person is literally in a cage. In a traditional card you're in like handcuffs or chains or something. Same concept, of being bound, but a different, fresh look at it. Love the background once again. Oh yeah. Whoever did the art for this definitely succeeded because I also love the fact that there's no border. Oh, I just noticed that. I love that so much. I don't like borders. I mean, if somebody puts them in, it's not the end of the world, especially if they're not too big. But I really prefer cards where the artwork goes edge to edge. Look at the star. The star is the Aquarius card, and she is clearly African. She's beautiful. She's really beautiful. This is awesome. They did such a fantastic job. Let me try to move through these cards a little bit quicker, you guys. I'm savoring them. This art is really pulling me in. The sun. Very different idea for the sun. Let's see. Oh, look at her. Okay. Liberation. She's beautiful. Again. Yeah, I see a lot of racial diversity, time period diversity. She's an older woman, so we have a great representation here of the crone. I was looking for the crone energy, so we do see it. She's also a larger body type if you take a look at her. Some of the other ones I really couldn't tell, which is cool too, because you can see yourself in those cards. So that's awesome. So yeah, they did a fantastic job. Oh wow, the Cosmic Seed. That's a extra card. So that's cool too. So we're gonna have to take a look when we're finished and see what that card means. Cool. Now we're gonna look at the cup suit. You guys know the cups are my favorite. Beautiful, very ornate looking cup. I like that a lot. Check out this. Okay, so now we're getting into the minor arcana. Okay. Like the cups. I like the women. I don't know where they're from, but they're gorgeous. Like their headdress. Beautiful. Now these women look like they're from the United States. I could be wrong, of course, but that looks like the United States 1900s, 1940s maybe. That's what it reminds me of. New York 1940s, but I don't know. We have to look it up and see. But I love they got the women, the teacups on their heads. It's awesome. Okay, so let's continue to see. Okay. And all kinds of symbolisms in the background. So if you're somebody who's really familiar and good with symbolisms, I'm sure that, can give you some richness to your readings as well. Okay, she's gorgeous. And the crazy thing about it is I didn't even know this deck was coming out. My liaison just hit me up and was like, hey, would you like to review this deck? And I looked at the box and I'm like, absolutely. Like, absolutely. I love the white tigers. Oh, they're gorge. Gorge white tigers. Love the building in the background. Love the flowers. Yeah, this deck is definitely succeeding. And it's different. I'm really feeling that. I'm getting ready to go on vacation. Some of you know. And I think I'm going to take it with me. Because I would love to get some practice in with this deck and its interpretations. It's beautiful. Look at the flowers in the bowl. That's really decent. I actually thought about doing that on my coffee table or my dining room table. Look at that. Oh, that's fun. Like perfume bottles. Beautiful ones too. Ornate. So here's our 10 of cups. Look at the colors. See how the colors just pop off the card? I'm really feeling that. Looks like maybe they're from Mexico based on the hats. I'm not sure, but it's awesome. Oh, look at him. Where do y'all see this? Okay, so wait a minute. This is the page. The page is known as the Messenger of Cups. I love this page. Very expressive. And the cups are supposed to be about expression. So that is really cool. Love the background. Yes, on every level. So this is the Knight of Cups. Based on the progression that they have a bit. I would say this must be Knight. Beautiful. Moving forward. Now this is stunning. This would be, to me, the Queen of Cups. I'm just going to leave them, with their names when I actually use them and try to get the essence of it that way. But to me, this would be the Queen, the Nurturer. Beautiful. Love. And this guy is beautiful. I would say he's some type of priest. Love his hair. Love his, he looks devout, devoted to whatever entity, deity, he's working with. Is beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at this. They just took it up a whole nother notch. Look at that. Beautiful, right? The Mastery of Cups. So this is the king in the traditional. Love the crown. Love the cowrie shells around her neck. Love the cup. Again, body diversity. So we've seen a great deal of diversity, not just here and there sprinkles, but like a really, strong effort, a beautiful effort. I love it. All right, let's go. You guys have me. Yeah, I'm definitely taking this with me. That's crazy. I was going to take another deck. This deck has now bypassed the deck that I was going to take. And I'm now going to take this one because I only want to take one deck. And this has to be it. That is beautiful. It's like this collage style. I can't say enough about it. It's beautiful. It's very artistic the way it comes together. It's very expressive. This is phenomenal. And it's the kind of thing I love to see. Oh, look at this. It's the kind of thing I love to see now. I love to see these collage style decks. I love to see the beauty of the symbolism. Look at the coins and how intricate they are, and the dance pose that he's in. I mean, his body is just, it's the balance of it. The four, and the forest, the fours indicate balance in a lot of cases. So I think that's really cool, the way he's balanced himself. That is just phenomenal. Look at the 5 in that statue. I've seen that statue. I love the stained glass windows. I just love the layering of it. I love how many of the cards are layered with the background and the foreground and the flowers and a pop of color here, and some intricate designs here. This is awesome. This is the goddess, I think it's pronounced Lakshmi from the Hindu tradition. If that's not how you pronounce it, please let me know the proper pronunciation in the comment section, because I have a statue that looks just like this, a little teeny one, and it's on my prosperity altar. Beautiful. Here's our 7. They did a fantastic job on just decorating everything on the card. So like the coins have, an image on them. There's the birds in the background, and the backgrounds are just so intense. It's really awesome. Look at this. Look at the pink flowers. Oh, wow. This it kind of reminds me of the Lightseer's Tarot a little bit. But even then, it goes rogue. It's just completely rogue in a lot of different ways. But it does remind me of a similar energy. But I actually prefer this one more, just simply because I like the images more. I like the backgrounds more. I like the birds and the flowers. I'm just like, wow. Oh, look at this. I love elephants. I have one tattooed. I have Ganesha on my arm. So let's get a nice. There we go. Look at look at the baby one. Look at that, and look at the sky. Man, these are making me want to pull my paints out. I haven't painted in a long time. Okay, look at her. And that's, remember when I said about the don't be mean to us, camera. Remember when I talked about the different, diversities? I talked about the different like age groups. I mean, we're seeing statues from ancient Kemet. So they're taking it back to all the way to the beginning of time, all the way to modern day. So that's cool because the boot she has on, I owned a pair of those. Like, like that is so cool. Here's our knight. Knights are about action, so it makes sense that they call them action. Now look at his face. That's really cool. When I first saw it, I'm like, what is on his face? So he is the, let's see, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, the one thing I noticed that could be helpful that I did not see, when we looked through the guidebook, I didn't really see them explaining all of the symbolism. She's gorgeous. That is in these cards. Like, seriously, the little guidebook that we have, they're going to have to, at some point in time, expand that to like a bigger book. A lot of decks do that. They expand later on to a bigger book. Maybe, hopefully, they'll do that in this case, because there is, like, they give us a basic summary of what the card is about, but they could have wrote, they could have wrote a huge book on this, just explaining, their thought processes about, like, this is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords usually just has two knives. So, like, what's the peacock feathers? Like, what additions that we see here? I would love to see them talk about the additions because they're awesome. And they're very purposeful. You can tell each one is purposeful. So I would love to hear, like, these images in the background. Like, what richness do they bring to the card? I would love to hear about that. Look at our Four of Swords. What a beautiful couch. Maybe it's a love seat. Beautiful. Love the little circular cushions. That's cool. These are all really cool. It's going to give me a lot to bounce off of, a lot of ideas to bounce off of, but it's not going to be difficult to read because they use enough of the energy of the original card. Look at that rainbow. Isn't that gorgeous? They use enough of the energy of the original card that anybody that knows the Rider-Waite Smith can read with this deck. Because you're going to recognize a lot, a lot of symbolism. Oh, wow. Look at this one. I like that. Beautiful. The swords are a very difficult suit. They're a very difficult suit if you get them in your reading. It's like, not the Nine of Swords. So I love, oh, look at the spider webs, just like my fingernails. That's cool. And they got the spider webs. All right. We're matching. Me and the deck are matching. We're vibing, guys. Look at that. That's cool. And I love how it's so many colors. Some decks, like, you'll look at them and they're all dark colors or they're all light colors, or they're all white, black and white. I like the diversity with this deck as far as color too. The different hues, but they're all so beautiful and bright. That really attracts me. All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay. All right. This is the Queen of Swords. This is a card I always get. I've been getting this card since day one. And I love, come on, there we go. I love her energy. I love the depiction in here. She's thinking, which, the swords are about communication, thought. I love that. Oh, look at him. Look at this, you guys. Oh, I gotta show this. Look at that. Love his tattoos. Love how I love everything. The tattoos, the hat, the wings. He has me. Love it. And the cool part is I never look at the decks until I do the video. So this is the first time. We're all seeing it for the first time together. And I am blown away. Very Egyptian in theme, this one here. I love it. Love the pyramid in the background. This deck really succeeds in everything that it set out to do. Everything. The only thing I would ask if they were going to do like another edition of this, like a second, third edition, whatever, the only thing I would ask is to add in a few more crones. I saw one beautiful crone at the very beginning. And I saw some other women that I really couldn't tell how old they were, but I would love to see some more people, women and men, some more crones. I would love to see that. Oh, guys, wait till you see this. This is really stunning. Look at her. Talk about winning, right? The Six of Wands is about winning. She is clearly winning. Beautiful. Love her dark skin. Beautiful. Yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see that in all decks, though. Whenever you guys see me, come on, there you go. Whenever you guys see me do a review, I always talk about wanting to see more diversity, and one of those things is Crohn's. Crohn's is a person who I would say is maybe 60 and up. White hair, pillar of the community, traditional grandmom or non-traditional grandmom. I would love to see more of that energy. I think that in our society, we should start to give more reverence, consideration, and respect to getting older. It's something that many of us don't even think about. We don't even think about it until it happens. And I think that we should think about it a lot sooner and celebrate it a lot sooner. He is stunning. Look at our messenger here. We got a couple brothers in here that I'm like, who modeled for this? He's stunning. I like all of the people in here. They all have a beautiful look to them. Very, especially the court cards, very intense look, stare, gaze. Like for instance, check her out. Tell me that's not fierce. That is really fierce. She reminds me a little of Alicia Keys, actually. But I love the snake scepter in her hand, and look at the tattoo on her arm. A couple of them have really beautiful tattoos. So again, awesome. And here's our last one. Mastery of Wands. He looks like a little devil, doesn't he? He really does. All right, real quick, because I know you guys have been sitting through this video for a long time. So I want to show this one here. We said we would look it up real fast to see. Let's see. What is it talking about? Because that's not in the traditional. So this is special to this deck. So let's find out what it says. It says electron source potential. The cosmic seed is the seed of infinite potential. It exists in the quantum realm and can move between dimensions, realities in all directions, and through matter. It is the intelligence from which all ideas and things are created. This card is a reminder of your superpower. You have access to the infinite in every moment. What are you creating with your thoughts? What are you creating with your thought, power, and influence? That's really awesome. I love that. Now, if you get it in the reverse, it means need to expand your vision, unwilling to accept power and responsibility. So even though the summary is really short, it does explain a lot as far as the card is concerned. But it doesn't. Remember when I talked about the symbolism? I would love to have heard this particular entry go into the symbolism. Like, for example, this looks like a dandelion to me, so that they could explain what this has to do with the concept in the book. This here reminds me of astrology. I don't know if that's what that is or not, but that's what it reminds me of. So I'm thinking, the building blocks of nature, things like that. So I would love to see them go in Like if they did that book I was talking about, I would love to see them go more into that because this is really cool and really awesome. All right, guys, we're done. Thank you so much for coming by and come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.